Hello everyone, welcome to the Guidance Time. If this is your first time, and welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. It's so lovely to have you here. So today's pick a card reading is going to be a little bit different because this time we have only two groups. For some reason, I was guided to do the reading with only two groups. Maybe it's because I'm feeling a little bit under the weather and I'm trying to resist the fact that I am actually feeling a little bit under the weather. But yes, we are going to have two groups, and the entire reading is going to be all about the advice that you need to hear at this time. I will be leaving the advice quite open. So that might be around your relationships, career, your personal growth, whatever. Basically, you need an advice right now. So you can even like focus on a specific situation in your life, and it can help me to channel the messages a little bit more, let's say, funneled into what is on your mind or what you need to hear. So we get into the pick a card selection. So this is going to be the group number one with this tarot cards in here. I'm trying to remember the name. They are the Moon and the Stars tarot cards with the amethyst on it. And this is going to be the other group, group number two, with these oracle cards, the Queen of the Moon oracle cards, and there is sodalite on it. Maybe you are feeling drawn to the crystals or to the cards, but I'll be using all the cards in here and also the additional cards as well. But whenever you feel ready, you are going to find the timestamps in the description box below, and I'm going to see you at your group. Hello, group number one. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this tarot deck with the amethyst on it, then this is going to be your reading. I will put the amethyst aside, and I was quite drawn to this like a fluorite on my table. So this is also representing the balance between our third eye, upper chakras, and with our heart as well. With this, if you can see some purplish color versus the green color in here. So you might be also drawn to basically balancing your energy and your chakras, meaning that if you have been operating more towards on your higher chakras, which means that there's a lot of creativity, there's a lot of channeling, and maybe like a throat chakra block is here as well because it's a bridge in between our higher and the upper chakras, higher and the lower chakras. But if you have been too much on your higher chakras, let's say daydreaming, a lot of creativity, a lot of channeling coming, but you haven't been able to actually ground yourself or start like taking actions upon those channeled messages that you have been receiving, or your intuition, towards your intuition, then this is one message for you to balance it out, whichever way you have been more drawn to. Like, you need to get more balanced and work on the other systems, other chakra systems. And opening up your heart chakra is definitely one thing. And right now I'm hearing like crossroads. You might be on a crossroads trying to make a decision. I have been channeling that relationships and career. So your energy might be actually drawn to multiple different places that might be causing you to feel scattered or even like kind of extra tired, that you need to have a time out for yourself, you need to have a rest. Are the messages basically coming? So let's see how actually specific we can get with the messages. I will just start with these astrology cards. At first, and we already have the moon that actually came in reverse. Moon Soul 2. One more. What's the advice that group number one needs to hear, spirits? One more card. With this like a heavy green color, it's definitely indicating the heart chakra for me. There is something around the masculine energy. Whether you have been too much on your masculine and you need to stop and have a rest and start balancing it out with your feminine energy, or just vice versa. One more card, please, Spirit. There's a lot of healing happening right now. They're telling me second house. Second house is our house for basically career and our possessions, and it somehow also like links to our um, confidence and self-worth. Like, correct me, but as much as I remember, because like whatever we own, we have, etc., they're also like affecting, ooh, how we represent ourselves in the world, and our confidence. And we had your destiny. Okay, what I'm hearing is that you are releasing a lot. You're releasing a lot at this moment that you're not even aware of how much you're releasing. The twos are coming like 48, that's up to 12, it's up to 12, and here the two. So you are balancing out a lot, a lot, and you are actually releasing many things from your ancestral line. You're releasing a lot of things from your karma, mainly your karma that they're telling me. With the moon in here, I'd like to get some clarities, but it's all about our connection with our feminine energy. I guess you really need to take a break from always hustle or needing to always do kind of like a culture. There's a big need of you needing to step into an abundance mindset, knowing that you have infinite amount of time that is available to you. You have infinite amount of resources that are available to you, infinite amount of beautiful connections that are available to you, infinite amount of abundance in terms of your finances that are available to you. It's just about you start believing in that truly in your soul. You feel deserving of it, so that you can start like attracting those things into your life. So there's a big healing happening around you, opening your heart up onto the universe to start receiving things, is what I'm hearing. And one of the biggest things that you're going to receive is also material abundance. If you have been especially struggling all through your life around a lack mindset, especially about your finances, and having a hard time about receiving or accepting anything good for yourself, or even like people pleasing tendencies, then this is something that is definitely changing for you, because you are meant to be abundant in this life. You are meant to be mainly operating from your feminine energy, feeling worthy enough to receive all the miracles that you want. Can we clarify the moon? Okay, we have King of Swords, knowledge. Interesting. We have Nine of Cups in reverse, the sense fulfillment. I'm seeing someone in here. I'll just say this and I'll get also clarity for the destiny. But I'm seeing someone in here who you might have a coping mechanism towards trying to intellectualize your feelings, because you might have, I'm hearing burnout in the past about living in your feelings and allowing your feelings to take the best of you, and did not even have a time to rest, nearly take a break. So you might have instead learned or create a coping mechanisms. This is even not like around your childhood, but you might have started to develop that coping mechanisms when you were doing the shadow work, when you were healing around your adult years. And this is about intellectualizing things. This is helping you. There's nothing like basically wrong about, spirit is telling you that no, you have to shift it, but they want you to find some kind of like a balance, because there might have been some tendency of feeling numb in a sense about feeling numb in a sense about whenever something less than perfect happens, and even like quite traumatic events or quite like a karmic like a release energetically happens, you might be trying to just understand it from a bigger eye, bigger perspective, very objectively, which is very good, which is actually helping many people, which can actually help many people to detach from the situation so they can see the bigger picture, so they can move on. But what I'm hearing is that you have been doing it a lot. You have been doing it a lot, in a sense that you might nearly don't want to feel any feelings. because you had enough of it in the past. You felt enough of it. And unfortunately, the things that you need to feel every time you feel that, okay, it's getting less and less in terms of its intensity, but it's still there. You're like, I'm enough. Like, yeah, I am enough. I want to feel enough. But then I'm not getting exactly what I want, so I don't want to feel those feelings anymore. I don't want to have those kind of like intense experiences because I know that I deserve a lot more. So I just want to get the lesson off from the situation and move on, is what I'm seeing in your energetic field. And somehow I feel like I need to explain that because you needed to feel heard and understood around what was actually happening, especially from the eyes of the divine. Is there something else as an advice in here you would like to tell Spirit? They just want me to tell you how powerful you are and how much you are actually standing on your own ground, even at the most challenging situations you faced. They want you to also go out and have a walk more in the nature. Probably without your earphones. Probably without any kind of like a music or other distractions. By yourself. There is this like immense amount of confidence that you are gaining by just being at yourself. Like you might be right now at a point that you're actually being isolated from even like a people in your life that were not helping you, that were mainly taking away from you. So the whole reason is because not universe is against you, you know that, but the whole reason is you needed that time, you needed that energy that you were so freely giving into the others back to yourself. We have nourishment, Empress. Yes, go out, connect with your nature, connect with yourself, pour that amazing energy into yourself because like you need this energy to start attracting the wealth and the abundance that's going to bring you that financial abundance and beautiful connections that you deserve into your life as well. What is destiny, Spirit? I am not so I'm not so good with this yacht, the destiny. This is where you're supposed to be. This also includes all of your karma in this lifetime that you are unfolding. They're telling me that you are closer to your destiny than you're giving yourself enough credit for. Because you might be at a stage that you've gone through one challenge after another, and you're like, okay, I'm like, that's my new normal. So I guess life is going to be like this until the day I die. And let's see if I'm lucky enough to have some kind of like a break in my, like, other incarnations. But you're closer to your happiness than you're seeing, is the message I'm getting, which is a beautiful thing. Okay, I have one more card in here. We have Eight of Swords, anxiety, and Queen of Swords, independence. We have King of Swords and Queen of Swords in here. Okay. For some reason, even if we get them like all together, like, King and the Queen of Swords, which are like each other's like soulmates in the tarot, basically, or like each other's like completing parts. Even if we are all whole in our own beings, but there might be some kind of like a separation happening in a connection at the moment with someone you know. That might be causing you to intellectualize your emotions a little bit more because there is definitely worries, anxiety, doubts, maybe not so much doubts, but like you want to move on, but there's some pain in here. There are some things that you're not so sure about, so you might be trying to intellectualize things. If there are some things that you need to do in the practical and the physical, even though I'm not seeing pentacles in here, you might be trying to first of all understand everything from a more logical perspective, like what you need to do, what kind of even like conversations you need to have, and your approach towards this whole situation might be so logical as well that helped you to stay detached emotionally, because I'm seeing that emotionally you were not fulfilled in this connection. Your needs were not met. So you might have taken the high road, which was the best, and you might have detached yourself emotionally from the situation, which was the best. And they want you to know that everything is happening in a way that it should happen according to where you need to go, according to your destiny. They're like a big karmic bones, as much as I see in this connection, that needed to like break free. I'd like to read this yacht. Okay, it's a destiny card. So yacht configuration is influential and implies that there is a disruptive force at work. In a sense, this astrological placement of planets is somewhat in an exile from the other planetary energies because they are not harmonious with each other and therefore cause tension. Yeah, there is tension right now in your life that's causing you some kind of like anxiety. This can bring about feelings of intense stress and restrictions. I'm also healing reflections. You might be going through a high reflective state, or the whole situation that you have taken the high road and you chose to be very logical towards approaching this kind of like emotional situation might have caused the other person to go into an introspection mode, a highly reflective mode, even if they do not resonate with it. They are forced to be there. They are there right now. There can also be a sense of being different, feeling alone, of being out of step with others at times. There were big differences in this connection between you and the other person. And I guess like maybe there was a lack of cooperation or compromise, not in a sense of, compromising from our own beings, no, but in a sense of if we want to make this work, then we have to compromise from the old ways of beings, how we approach things, especially if they were not individually serving us so that we can grow personally, individually, so that we can also grow within the relationship together. But I guess there was something out of balance there, big differences, and that cooperation haven't happened. uh Also, you might be feeling a little bit alone, especially your person too. A yacht in a natal chart can even indicate being the black sheep of the family. That is you, and maybe like at some sense your person too. So when the yacht card represents itself in a reading, it means that the situation may be chaotic or may soon turn that way. It will be hard to see any clear path because of this chaos, but it will be important to weather through it all. This is not always bad because it is a process of finding what works and what isn't functioning. And now it will be the time to be scaling things down and weeding out what is unnecessary. That's what's happening. You're clearing out a lot what is unnecessary for you. But more than that, this card is about finding your own truth, even though that the truth may not be reflected through others. You may wish for some support when this card comes up, and will have to manage this all on your own. Another development may turn up, and that is you will prefer to work it out on your own without any interference from the others. So take it if it resonates, but in this connection you might have actually get some kind of like maybe a lot more logic or practical help from the other person. So right now you might be feeling a little bit like shattered around, okay, what about my practicalities, how am I going to do this? So there's this feeling of like the feeling of feeling alone a little bit. There's definitely some kind of release, but there might be some anxiety towards the future about how much you can just handle some things that you haven't been doing it on your own for a while. So you are regaining your independence towards some areas. Maybe up in the past you were like ignoring, you were thinking that, okay, I might not need it so much. Okay, maybe I can just, surpass this. I might overlook at the fact that I might not need this like practical thing in my life, and I will just like keep doing on my way, and I'm not going to put any energy into it. But this person came to your life, you start having a little bit, you're still having to deal with more than you felt comfortable doing so, but then you were not alone, so it was okay. But now that person's like taken off from your life, and now you're like, okay, now I have to do everything. Like, speak back to my independence, gosh. Like, I don't think that you're in an energy that you want to be purely so independent. You are, but you're tired of it. Okay, this card can denote a time of voyage inward and come to your own truth. There really isn't anyone who will have the tools to figure this out more so than you at this time. So now may not be the best time to take advice from the others. And so ironic that we are in this reading, but this is Spirit talking to you. Your inner knowing has it already. So you just have to take time to process the information, come to you at your own answers. Okay. That was a little bit of a long read, but I believe that this really summarized it quite good. I might get one more card to get one more clarity around here. The biggest advice until this point is that you are heard, you were understood, you are not alone, and do not let any kind of like outside interferences come your way, because I was just mentioning that you might be indecisive, you're at the crossroads. So here's a card of it. So whenever you need to make the decisions, like this person might come back, or you might just have some feelings rise up to the surface, you might be questioning your choices before, keep listening to your intuition. I know that you're trying to intellectualize many things. That is helping. Yes, you can keep reminding yourself up of some points, like why did you take that decision to begin with at the first place? Has anything changed to make it reconsider the decisions you've taken? If not, then keep on going where you know that you're going. If something has changed, can you accept it? Yes, that logic works, but keep listening to your intuition. If something feels off, then it's off. There's obsession, there's Page of Wands with invention, and Emperor in reverse. That person might want to come back, because I am seeing that there is more codependency from that person towards you. It's in the sense that you were giving a lot more than they actually deserve to take, because they needed to do a lot of work their own, and you were easing up their path a lot, and that wasn't how it's supposed to be. Definitely not. So they might just want to come back with some kind of like innocent looking offer, something a little bit new, but it is not going to have a long-term structure there. Just the Spirit is letting you know. Oof, I'm sorry for that. Okay. I'm going to put them back, but step out of your comfort zone. If you have been in your comfort zone with this person, or even your career, however, it is time to step out of your comfort zone. It is time to reclaim your independence, because you are not going to have to be independent for long. You just needed to know that you can actually create everything you want by yourself, and anyone who's going to come into your life is only going to adapt to it, not because you need them, because you choose them to be there. You are good enough. Yes, the full moon in Virgo. If you are struggling with any kind of like a perfection, if you are struggling with trying to do everything by yourself, you do not need to. Can you see the like a similarity of this green energies? Just lean into your feminine energy more. Trust the universe that they are working for you. Keep using your affirmations and gratitude every morning, even for 5 minutes. We all do have 5 minutes. I remember saying it in my last pick a card reading about like, let me hype you up. You can also like go and watch this, watch that. But yes, you're at a stage of healing at the moment, and you really need to give back to yourself all the energy you are so freely giving to others. Like, ask yourself right now a self-reflection. Are you treating yourself as you are treating a good friend of yours, or you're treating that partner of yours? If not, then start doing it. Start giving that energy back to yourself. Don't let pride get in your way. Full Moon in Leo. There are things within your ego that is the soul wing that has been blocking your confidence, with all the Leo energy in here. the energy is gaining momentum. I guess you haven't been feeling so much good enough by being actually who you are. So you have been trying to like perfect things all throughout your life. And you always thought that, okay, I'm so close achieving my goals. I'm so close achieving my goals. I'm nearly there. And if I could just like put more time in it, if I could just like put more effort in it, then I wouldn't have to actually feel not good enough, because then I know that I will just see some results from the others, or even going to feel only good enough for myself because I did an amazing job, like flawless. But Spirit is saying that you are detaching from that mindset, because it hasn't been serving you. It was just taking a lot from you. It was just pushing you off for your masculine energy. You deserve to be in your natural operating state, which is the feminine energy for you, regardless of your gender. They want you to keep reminding yourself that you are good enough. What are their advices? Okay. Abundance, the Hunter Moon. 38 adds up to 11. I love this card. I don't know, like they want you to like take a screenshot of it, or just like a really like take your time to gaze upon it and recognize some like animals in here. They might be your spirit animals, and they might actually have a message for you. Which animal has taken your like attention? For me, I'm guided to tell you about the fox. They're telling you that you're going through big shifts and changes in your life. You are asked to trust your intuition. You are asked to be very mindful and discerning about other people's behaviors and their energy towards you. Your intuition speaks louder than their words. Like write it down, like your intuition speaks louder than other people's words, because you are being held by your spirit team. And there's one goddess in here you are very connected to. There she's actually like helping you a lot with this kind of like a big change that is coming. But know that you're more than capable enough to navigating that change, and you being in this abundance mindset, knowing that spirit is my back. The energies, the goddess, the angels, they have my back. And also like that could like having those kind of like a nature walks that I set to you regularly as if in this card could help you to step into that abundance mindset and step away from the lack mindset. So having this mindset of like, I am protected, I got my back, spirit got my back, the angels got my back, the goddess got my back, it will help you to ease more into the abundance mindset. And beauty, they want you to like indulge yourself in more beauty. If it means that you would like to dress up, like I don't know, do some kind of skincares, or put on a makeup if you love that. So or like redecorating your house, or like doing some small touches to your house or any other possessions that you may have, is actually going to invite you to be leaning more into your feminine energy. Creating art, music, dance, singing, writing. They want you to lean more into your feminine. There are a lot of moons in this table. Even though I use Moonology deck, still I'm not like counting on them, but there's the full moon card. There's this like waxing moon. There's a little bit of a moon in here. Oh my God. There the last message from your spirit: shift your focus. Like whatever you have been thinking and is actually making you feel down and a little bit like, nah. It's like, you know, causing some frictions in your energy field, like some kind of like glitches. Like shift your focus. It is not yours to worry. If it's like causing you glitches, basically in your soul and mind, it's not yours to worry. Give it to them. Give it to the spirit. They will transmute it. What other advice do you have for group number 1, spirit? They're telling me you might need to listen some of the parts of group number 2. I do not know. I haven't done that yet. This situation doesn't need your attention anymore. Yes, if it's about that person, the situation is not needing your attention anymore. Shift your focus away from that. Shift it. And the best way to do is basically indulging yourself in this beauty. Beauty, like The activities, the energies that recharges you and your soul, the things that has no basically end goal of being accomplishing something or being productive. You're just doing it for the sake of doing it only. And the last message, last advice from you, spirits. Clear cognizance. You might be getting some visions through your dreams, or you might be just like seeing some things or predictions. Trust it. Trust that they are correct. You are opening yourself up to spirit and messages, and it's the no. Whatever has been on your mind, spirit is giving you a message that is the no. And they're telling me for now, but let's see. They're saying that shift your focus. Do not even think about like that kind of like yes or no answer. We just want you to dwell into your feminine energy more. But this is all I got for you, group number one. I hope that the reading was helpful and resonating. If it did so, please just leave like a purple heart in the comments down below and like the video. And if you want to book a person reading with me, you can find my email address and the details in the description box. But I'm wishing you an amazing rest of your week and hope to see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves and bye-bye. Hello, group number two. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this oracle cards with the sodalites on it, then this is going to be your reading. So let me get into your reading, group number two. I have been seeing cards a lot about like releasing, like end of one kind of like a chapter and a new beginnings. So you might be at a stage a little bit like a chaotic in your life at the moment. You might be releasing a lot. That you might be having some kind of like a resistance towards, but you're releasing all the things at the moment so that you can also like bring that kind of like a financial abundance into your life that you do deserve. And I also heard like it doesn't make any sense for me, but it was literally a sentence. It's like you're going to get that back. Like I don't know if you want to buy some back for some reason, but you could not. So spirit is saying that you're going to get that back. And I'm not even at the stage that I want to bag in my life. So I really felt like it was kind of like a channel, so I had to share. So it's very specific. You can just ignore it if it's not for you. But it doesn't have to be a bag also. You might be like getting rid of some kind of like emotional baggage of someone else, or you might be healing your emotional baggage, but also you might be like purchasing something that you have wanted for a long while because that extra financial abundance that you do deserve is coming to your life. Let's see. I will start with this oracle cards at first. Astrology cards. So what does group number two needs to hear as an advice? And we do have ninth house faith. It's 33. You might be having repetitive numbers. You might be listening a lot of pick card readings recently. You are receiving very like accurate messages there. There is something in terms of divination tools that you haven't stepped into yet. I never seen it like this. Ooh, okay. Is it like correct? Like I have no idea about like how to read basically the palm, but you might, if you haven't done it already yet, this is something, if you start learning into it, you're going to amaze yourself. Like if you have been hearing messages around like you are going to tap into one kind of like a different spiritual let's say gifts that you have, but you have no idea about what, and they have been telling you that that might have been like some spiritual like a gift that you haven't used before, you're not aware of it, and you're like, what is it, what is it? It's like reading the poems. Is that poetry, I don't know, I made up words, so if it's not just, but you know what I mean. Very interesting. You are questioning, you're doubting also your like path, where you're going. Is it ever going to happen for you? There's like a lot of like mistrust to the universe. You feel like you need to control everything. You need to know how some things are going to happen, because if it's not going to happen in a way that you want, you're going to change the course of the things to realign them back to what you want it to be. Interest. Oh my god, it just happened to here. Oh. the reverse meaning of this card, can I see it? Dip, dip, dip. There's no reverse meanings actually here. Just the Three of Wands in the reverse. So this card just basically indicates a travel, shipping, long journeys, passengers. There might be a travel that's coming into your way that is very unforeseen. You have no idea what's going to happen next. Is that there is going to be a sense of adventure actually coming into your life, different relationships, like wherever you're going to travel to or whatever new adventure you're going to do, you're going to meet up with like friends for life. It even like media, publishing, long distance, education, churches, divination, astrology. Yeah, divination. Okay, I'll get a clarity from tarot in here. What is this? Like, I really want to know about here. Like, what does that media think? You know, are you do you have your own business on the side? So is there something going to happen there, like a progression, or how? Oh, or when? Too many cards. Can we know more about the spirit? They want you to say yes to an opportunity that is going to come into your way. Is something flipped? Maybe not. Let me get this one. Be discerning. So you are releasing something with that in reverse. You are having a resistance towards releasing something. I feel like you're really trying to control things and want to understand and know all the aspects of it before you make a decision, because you don't want to be how does it called, like caught off guard. Like you might not be like trusting people's intentions at this time. What's the deceit? It's nearly in a sense that you're extremely mindful that people might be trying to take advantage of you with all the things that you might be so readily give to them. So you don't want it to be basically used. So you just want people in your life to stay and come into your life because they are deserving of you, because they can also give something back to you that you give all this like a beautiful love and energy out so freely. Okay. We have King of Wands, the passion in reverse, and the Page of Cups, the loyalty. There's definitely some continuation energy from group number one. It's in the sense that, okay, first of all, I will just interpret it in terms of your business, whatever you are wanting to create on the sides, or it is still like at a stage of basically progressing, because I feel like group number one was more around the relationships, and this is like a continuation in terms of your finances and your career and any kind of endeavors that you want to just pursue. There is something in that sense in towards your financial abundance. It's not going in a way that you want it to, because you need to release things that is actually creating a lot of resistance right now, because you want to control everything. You want to know what is behind the scenes, but it's not yours to carry and worry. The thing is that when you just pour your energy into like lower vibration energies here, like deceit, or you needing to control because you're not sure of yourself about how to just how to handle what is going to come ahead of you. So you are channeling that beautiful energy of yours away from your passions. So it feels like you really want something, but you are not at an energy levels to start taking actions to create that manifestation into reality, because you have to be centered and open to spirits before start taking an action, so that you know what is the aligned action for you to get you where you want to be. Oh my god, I keep saying control. We have the Four of Pentacles and it says control. It came in reverse. And the Star in reverse, inspiration. Yeah, like you are pouring your energy into the things that you cannot control. And that is actually blocking your intuition and blocking for you to feel more freer and connect with your passions. What does group number 2 needs to release, Spirit? What does group number 2 needs to release? so that they can move forward. Empathy. Okay, one more with the Queen of Cups. What do they need to release? Oof. Oh, we have justice, the truth, needing to know the truth, education, Page of Swords, and wealth, the Ten of Pentacles. They want you to release the control about, okay, whether the situation was actually just for you. So there's some kind of like a frustration and anger towards the universe, how things are unfolding for you. You really want to see the justice for yourself, but you might be stuck in a ways that you really want to see the justice for yourself that is done, because everything you have been endured until now has been so unjust. So you're at the mentality of, where are my freaking rewards, instead of like dwelling into more gratitude mindset. Hence there might be some messages for you to listen from the beginning part of the group number one. They want you to be more open to feeling grateful. And some of you might not be liking to hear it, especially if you have been through a lot, which I feel that you have been through a lot. But I'm hearing that anything that, feeds your mind, any new knowledge that helps you to see things objectively and detach a little bit, can actually help you to gain that kind of like a gratitude mindset when you are not so emotionally attached to the situations. Because you are going to get wealth in this lifetime, you're like destined for it, but it's not going to come in a way that you wanted it. It's not going to come in traditional ways that is going to be so easily accepted, readily accepted by others. Sorry, one of the reasons why your journey has been this hard in this lifetime is because the wealth that you are going to acquire is going to be not so readily accepted by others. So you will have to have that confidence unapologetically to stand on your own ground and keep pursuing what you know that is for the good for everyone else involved and you involved. So any other people's opinions are not going to deter you from where you need to go and what you need to do in this lifetime as your life purpose. And if you have been giving a lot out of your pure heart and being so empathic and understanding towards someone in your life, just you can tune it down, that they're saying. We have Chiron healing, yes, and 8. You are healing. Spirit is helping you to heal at this moment. Can you see, like, is this Mother Mary and the Jesus? I don't know. You are feeling that you have been sacrificed, like in a sense that you're a scapegoat. So whoever you have been in their life with, you were a catalyst for their healing, but you get nothing back. You kept put into people's lives, trigger them and start like healing their wounds, only for them to take away from you again and again and again. But what did you get back in return? So what you get back in return is basically your amazing inner strength. You know how to set boundaries now, unapologetically, without feeling shame or guilt. If it's not yet, then this is where you're going. So what you get is where they can never ever going to be reached in this lifetime. They're always going to need external people's support, or they're like basically validation or understanding, yet you are a force by yourself. The journey has been incredibly hard, but you are a force by yourself. You are extremely independent. You can create and know everything you need into this lifetime and everything you want just because you want it so. You don't know how amazingly and extremely powerful you are. You just need to accept that. You really start to need using affirmations by looking into your eye out in the mirror in the mornings, that I am powerful. I deserve everything that my heart desires. I am a miracle, and I bring miracles into my life. I am deserving of such genuine connections. I am deserving of abundance of money. I am deserving of abundance of time and freedom. Just ISO 1331, just check up the meaning. Fifth house, creativity. Just channel your creativity through your mind with the Mercury. Oh boy, with them. Okay, so your creativity through your words, what you want to put out there into the world, is healing the collective and healing you. You are meant to create things in this world that is going to heal messes and hence heal you as well. You are such a powerful communicator. Seriously. How you speak, like basically the structure of your sentence, what kind of like words you need to like you need to use, or like you choose to do that, so which comes so naturally to you. You know, like automatic writing is one kind of your talents actually as well. Like you do not know the effects that it has on people. You don't. Just start seeing it. How an amazing soul you are. What else group number 2 needs to hear, Spirit? What advice do you need to give to group number 2? I feel like this might be a fairly shorter reading compared to group number 1. Balance your spirituality and practicality. Like, if you have been contemplating upon multiple ideas all at the same time, or you have been actually taking actions, like in terms of the practicalities, but taking the actions in order to procrastinate the real ones that you need to take actions towards, then this is a time for you to start grounding yourself. Like, did I say it for group number 1 or group number 2? I don't remember, but if you have been more up in your upper chakras, then you need to start getting grounding yourself and go out in nature walks more without any distractions like music. Energy is gaining momentum. That came in group number 1 as well. You don't know what's going to happen next. You do not need to know, but you feel like things are getting a little bit tense and you haven't taken a break yet. If this is how you're feeling, then create your own break. Don't push yourself to do things. Okay, they are not giving me literally much about what is going to happen for you or what's going to come. They're just confirming that nothing is yet set in stone. So if you don't like what you're seeing right now, what you're experiencing, know that it's not the end. If you're not happy, it's not the end. Because the energy is just gaining momentum. You're at a stage of releasing, clearing, releasing the control. And like laying more into your feminine energy so that you can receive all the blessings that is coming for you. I can say that word, sovereignty. Okay, like take it, you got it, you see it. You are stepping into your power. You are an alchemist of your own life. You are supported by Goddess. If you have been listening already a lot of pick a card readings, you can just like listen one from there's Rosology. Does she have it? Like messages from the Goddess. But I believe that the Spirit can guide you if you just want to listen messages from the Goddess. So you might have some specific messages there. And the growth, the 5th. There's a big change happening in your life. You are growing. You're growing into your nature. You are manifesting inner peace into your life. Like with the 10, you are closing up one chapter, like amazingly like a peaceful woman in here. You are manifesting more peace into your life, and you're guided to do guided meditations, especially to release your mind nearly on a daily basis. You are guided to indulge yourself into the activities that's going to recharge you. Like, you are at an advanced level in your personal growth journey, to be honest, what I'm seeing. Let's get last channel messages from Spirit for you with number 2 about the advices you need to hear. Also check for some messages around the eclipses. What has happened in the eclipse season? And what kind of like a transitions were actually happening in what house of yours? Because was the eclipse was in Libra, and where in your like chart the Libra was Libra is placed in like which house, or what is happening around your seventh house, like Libra, seventh house, the eclipse. So check that one because there might have been big changes already happening around that area, which is already the house for the relationships and the partnerships. Last messages, last advice for group number 2, Spirit, please. Thank you. They are saying that don't worry. We take care of it. You are protected. Whatever you're feeling worried about, it's not going to happen. You're protected. You're going to be provided. Also financially, it's on the floor. Oh my God, I said this. Okay, grounding yourself is very important at the moment. I saw yes for anything that was on your mind. If you have been asking, well, okay, question. So I will just take the first one. It says expedited delivery. Which one is the correct one? Whatever you are manifesting, it's coming a lot faster than you are expecting. The last, oof. I got this card, seriously. There's a lot of cards in here that I wrote, and then okay. Something that you are feeling like so stuck towards that you need to let control of. Whatever you're worried that is going to happen, it's not going to happen with a no, and they want you to shift your focus away from it because it's not serving your energetic field. And at the bottom of the deck, it says, trust us. Just because you haven't seen the tangible results yet doesn't mean that we haven't heard you, because they did. So group number 2, this is all I got for you. I hope the messages were helpful and resonating with you. If you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up. And if you just watched it until the end, like leave some like a green heart emoji so I know that you resonated and you liked the reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can find my email address and the details in the description box below. But this is all I got for you, and hoping you are going to have an amazing rest of your week. And until I see you next time, take care and bye bye.